The weaponry update added 31 new guns, completely overhauled the weapon system, instantly making my old rank video obsolete. So today, I'm ranking every single weapon from completely impractical to absolute war machines. Raw stats alone don't determine where a gun ranks. Versatility and overall use matter just as much. So with that in mind, let's begin the ranking. Guns in this tier are not only outclassed by others, but they also have terrible stats. Starting off with the worst one, we have Scorpion Evo. Now, when you're using this gun for the first time, it doesn't look that bad. It's a tier 3 SMG, which is quite rare, so expect it to be good, but it's the complete opposite of that. This gun just has abysmal damage and accuracy. The fire doesn't even make it a lot better, since the damage is so little. I'm still wondering why they even added this gun in the first place, because it has no practical use other than getting quicker tier 4 weapons in 914. The Mag 10 is a slightly better version of the Scorpion Evo. The slight damage buff and recoil reduce are the only thing that make this gun better. Other than that, it's the same shit. Garbage accuracy and good fire that doesn't even help. Oh, and it's a tier 1 weapon, so you're not gonna use this gun for 914 like you would with Scorpion Evo. This gun has bad accuracy, but at least you'll be somewhat hitting your shots. With even more damage than Mag 10, this gun actually stands a chance against others. But still, the damage is pretty sad, so it will stay as a piece of garbage. With tolerable accuracy and good fire rate, this gun can get you out of some fights, but do still keep in mind of the damage. It's only 10 and 12 on headshots. You're still gonna need to hit a lot of shots to kill your opponent, but hey, at least the accuracy isn't as bad as the previous one. This gun has similar stats to APC-9, but it has slightly better accuracy with in exchange for its damage, which I think is worth it. Higher chance of hitting your shot matters more than 0.5 less damage in my opinion, but still, it's not something crazy or worth using. This gun holds the record for being the gun with the worst accuracy in the game. I know it's a shotgun, but damn, the damage isn't even that good. And don't get me started with this fire rate. Overall, it's a very lackluster shotgun, with no reason to use. Finally, a gun with decent stats, good fire rate and accuracy, but still low damage compared to other weapons. This gun is not worth grabbing, but we are getting there. This gun is in a weird place. It's good enough compared to other beloved, but it's still bad compared to other weapons in this ranking. So this gun is basically borderline good, with slightly better damage and fire rate than AR-9, but a tad bit worse accuracy. I guess it's safe to say that this is the best gun in the overall tier. Guns in this tier have good stats, but they are usually overshadowed by other weapons. First off, ACR. The worst carbine in this ranking. It has a pretty good accuracy and damage, but that's just pretty much it. This gun has no other good traits, making it the worst carbine in this game, which even then is still ranked 23 and something that's worth grabbing. Overall, a pretty mad weapon. Decent damage and decent fire rate, with better accuracy than ACR, still gets outclassed by other because of mid damage and mid fire rate. I'm not really sure, but I think this gun is GUC special only, so it's quite rare. Overall, a mid weapon with similar stats with ACR. This gun stands out for its amazing accuracy. It's almost like a straight line, meaning missing your shots will most likely just be a skill issue. But don't get excited yet, because the damage on this gun is still pretty low, and the fire rate is mid, meaning you're gonna need to hit a low shots on your opponent. And it's not like this gun is the only one with good accuracy, and if you're really good at aiming, then it doesn't really matter. So overall, a very good pick for noobs, but decent / mid for every other players. With almost identical stats to Groza 1, but a tad bit worse accuracy and better fire rate, this gun is noticeably better now. Although the high fire rate makes it harder to control, it's still a pretty accurate weapon. But it isn't that good because it still suffers from low damage. Overall, a pretty nice step up from Groza 1. Now at first, I was expecting this gun to be good because it's a tier 4 weapon, but I was wrong. This shotgun is just an upgraded version of M26 Mass. With mid fire rate and mid spread, the damage barely makes up for it. Overall, a disappointment of a tier 4 weapon. This carbine has amazing accuracy, slightly better than Groza 1 with a bit more damage. Although its fire rate is kinda high, so it will be harder to control, but you can deal more damage per second. This gun has pretty all-round stats, making it pretty versatile, but its damage is still kinda low. Overall, a pretty all-round carbine with exceptional accuracy. The first better rifle in this ranking, very good damage with mid fire rate and accuracy. But better rifles are meant to have high recoil in exchange for their damage. Not much to say about this gun. Overall, a pretty good weapon with high damage potential. The first pistol in this ranking, with this one being the worst, which even then still has the fast fire rate and decent damage and spread. Overall, this pistol acts like a pocket SMG. Very good damage with somewhat decent fire rate and accuracy. This gun stats is similar to a bear rifle, but it's not. With accuracy being meh, you might need to have better aim to use this gun, but it wouldn't be that worth it since the damage is only 17.5, which is still high to be honest. Overall, this gun has a lot of potential, but it was nerfed by its accuracy. And so, I guess the wrap is up for the Outlast guns. Guns in this tier have good stats and are very useful, but they don't have anything crazy in them that's meta. With the first one being MD65. A very well-rounded gun with good stats and everything, though they are just good, not excellent or great. The damage could be a little bit higher, but that's just pretty much it. Overall, a pretty well-balanced gun that's perfect to start this tier. Same as MD65, but this time it's a shotgun. With good fire rate, damage and accuracy, the shotgun is pretty good. Though the main problem with the shotgun is its accuracy, because it's a bit too high, making this less versatile than other shotguns. Overall, a well-rounded shotgun that's kinda lacking in its accuracy. The Fall is just a direct upgrade from the G3, with way better accuracy and a non-noticeable fire rate decrease, extremely high power output, and excels in long range. But aside from that, it's pretty generic. Fire rate is a bit slow, meaning you need to be more precise. Accuracy is also quite lacking. Overall, a good better rifle that's just a better version of the G3. A shotgun with exceptional damage, but with mid fire rate and high recoil. Overall, a very strong shotgun if used correctly. A very good carbine that improves an already decent gun, which is the Groza 1. making it even better. With almost double the damage and only slight nerf in other stats, the Groza 4 outclasses the Groza 1. It's just a very versatile gun that's still good for noobs who can aim. The main problem with this gun is its firing, which is okay in long range combat, but in mid range you're gonna need more DPS. Overall, a very good upgrade from the Groza 1. This is the most accurate pistol out there, and it also has a very high damage with decent fire rate. Basically, a pocket Groza 1 that's even better. Overall, one of the best items to have because of its nice DPS and accuracy. Guns in this tier have amazing stats and are considered meta because they outclass almost every other gun. And the first one is MP153. Now, the damage isn't what makes this shotgun crazy, it's the accuracy. Extremely low recoil and nice spread that makes every shot hit. The only major downside is its firing, because it's quite lacking. Overall, arguably one of the best shotguns in the game. It's crazy how good machine guns are in this game, because this is the worst one, and it's already very OP. Now, the reason why I think this is the worst machine gun is because it's in a weird position. There are light machine gun and heavy machine guns. Heavy machine guns offer damage, while light machine guns offer fire rate. This machine gun fails in both criteria because it's good in both aspects. That sounds good because it's balanced, but it's just unnecessary. Overall, still a pretty good machine gun that might satisfy some niche user out there. This gun has one of the fastest fire rate out there, and it does that while still being good in long range combats. This gun shoots in squares, but you can spam it to fire even faster. The DPS on this gun is crazy, meaning it's also still good in close range. Though keep in mind that you might run out of ammo quick with this gun, due to how fast it shoots. Overall, a wildcard of a weapon that's very fast. A very fast firing machine gun that deals a ton of damage. It has a very big scope that you can't even see, which is funny. The stats on this gun are elite. It's almost like they just went all out and made everything good. I don't really know anything wrong with this gun other than its accuracy, but it just gets better from here. Overall, a machine gun with very good stats in everything. So you guys know how the fall is just an upgrade version of the G3, right? Well, this one is just another upgrade version of the fall, which fixes all of fall downsides. This gun has perfect all-around stats, making it meta. Overall, a nice representation of how a tier 4 gun should be. With only 3 guns left, this gun proves that they are the meta of meta. With the third gun being Model 500. Now, if you look at all of its stats, it doesn't seem that OP. I mean, yeah, 51 damage is gold, but it's slow and high recoil. But this pistol stats is actually perfect. The extremely high damage can kill your opponent in 2 hits before they even start shooting at you. The fire rate and recoil actually works together by letting you take aim before shooting. Overall, an absolute piece of a weapon. Crazy damage and crazy fire rate. Literally shreds everything you aim at. Your opponent don't even have time to equip their gun. By the time they see you with this gun, they are already dead. Now, the MG3 is a very powerful gun, but the only thing stopping this gun from being the best is its accuracy and arguably ammo cap. But outside of that, it's an absolute war machine. This was a tough call. It was between the M3 and M60, but after several tests and personal preference, the M60 takes the medal for being the best machine gun and new weapon in the game. Because instead of having a crazy fire rate, it has a crazy DPS instead, which is more versatile because you're gonna have a lot of better time aiming. So I guess that wraps it up for this ranking, which is nothing else that can beat M60, unless